It's not like just normal gonorrhea, it's like mega gonorrhea. It's a higher strain.
Well, it may not be mega gonorrhea, but there's certainly something going around students in the Northwest, and it's not just freshers' flu.
People go to pick out people.
Student culture has made record-breaking STI statistics this year. Drinking, partying and mingling between each other unsafely is having a toll on the health of students across the Northwest.
Do you think there's a sex culture around university in general?
Definitely.
110%.
I'd love to be able to deny it, but it definitely is.
100%. It's because there's no consequences. Like, you can do whatever you want because everyone has the same mentality.
I'd say so, yeah.
Yeah?
Yes, 100%.
Do you kind of know somebody that's kind of got an STI or?
Maybe not myself.
I'd probably guess a few.
I could guess, yeah.
Freshers is definitely like a big thing, like everyone's getting around.
Because people go drinking a lot too. Everyone's drinking, everyone's on something, so.
But what happens when club lights come up and it's the morning after?
Younger people are obviously more at risk from STIs anyway. The under 25s have the higher rates. I think especially with students when they first leave home, that they're getting that little bit of freedom, they're meeting new people, and people are coming from all over the country and from outside of the country. So you've got a higher risk of getting an STI because they're no longer living under their parents' roof, so they can have that freedom.
We're hearing a lot about what's been dubbed mega gonorrhea at the moment. Do you know anything about this?
It's basically gonorrhea that's resistant to the national treatment for gonorrhea. So what you get generally in the UK is a strand of gonorrhea that is it's treated effectively by a first line treatment. Whereas with this mega gonorrhea or super gonorrhea that we hear it called as well, is that often this will come from outside of the UK, that it comes from bigger cities, and it just means that you're looking for different types of antibiotics because they're becoming resistant.
Do you feel that students should be better prepared or educated for the sex culture that cultivates around uni life?
Yeah, I do. I mean, there should be something in place in universities as well. I think a lot of universities will be affiliated with the local sexual health clinics, and a lot of sexual health clinics will run smaller clinics within university. Once they get into the situation where they've got this freedom, they're going to be putting themselves in more risk, and it needs to be promoted. Obviously around campus, a lot of universities will put signs up on the back of the toilet doors about getting screened. I mean, it's so easy really. Screening is free, and if you do that regularly, you're not going to get into a position where you're needing treatment.
Of the 90,000 students in Greater Manchester, 19,000 are international, expanding the variants of STIs in the city. There are 30 bacteria, parasites and viruses transmitted through sexual activity, 8 of which are STIs. London has by far the highest rates of all UK university cities, but Manchester comes second with 1,692 known STI cases in the city. Last year, 400 people a day contracted STIs in the country. With students making themselves back at home in the cities, the UK Health Security Agency has said, starting university can be an exciting time, but it is very important to be aware of the risks of catching STIs from condomless sex. Ruby Wetherill, Keys News.